Greetings, adventurers, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. We are actually back here in Avernus's Tower, here at Soldier's Peak, with our character Idris. We got Sten, Elba, and Morrigan in our party, as we have taken care of the threat here at Soldier's Peak, and have gotten the demons to go back and close the veil. So we're pretty much done here, except we're back here in Avernus's Tower, because we're going to sort of roleplay that Idris had a conversation with Avernus and was basically explained what this alchemical concoction is and what it's supposed to do. Basically, we're supposed to surmise that we understood everything that was supposed to happen here by reading these ability notes. So it's basically was supposed to tell us that that's reading that is how we know it's going to happen and that it's not going to be anything bad. But I didn't really understand that from the interaction myself. But we're going just to roleplay that we had a chat with Avernus, and we figure, you know what? Let's give it a shot. It promises to unlock the hidden potential of the tainted blood you drank during the joining. Let's drink it. Pain racks your body, but there is power in this pain, and a hint of understanding. You have access to new abilities. Okay. I gotta say, that's a freaking huge bottle. But anyways, let's look and see what did it give us? Character? Spells and talents. Power of blood. Here we go. Dark sustenance. It is activated. A self-inflicted wound lets the mage draw from the power of tainted blood, rapidly regenerating a significant amount of mana, but taking a small hit to health. Bloody grasp. The mage's own tainted blood becomes a weapon, sapping the caster's health slightly, but inflicting spirit damage on the target. Darkspawn targets suffer additional damage for a short period. Very nice. Now, I don't see those activated anywhere on our hotbar. I wish this had ways to increase the height of them. I just don't think there is. Quick bar unlocked. That's locked, so that just means that I can't, like, move things around on it. But I don't think that there's... I know we keep looking, because I know in, like, World of Warcraft you can do additional action bars, but I don't think I can do that here. Anyways. But we'll have to slot these here, I think. So we might need to just go move everything 2 over so that we can have access to those things. So let's do that real quick. There is actually another reason that we're back in here, and that's because the quest log says that we're not done with gathering secrets, and it looks like we missed something. So I'm gonna push these over a little bit. We'll keep that there. Death Siphon will move that over. But let's go ahead and have Power of Blood there and Bloody Grasp. Eventually I'll have to do some more sorting of all this. But so yes, if we look at here at the journal, Ancient History, it says, the history of Soldier's Peak is starting to be fleshed out, but you are missing one final clue. Let's go ahead and make that active and see if we can't find this thing. This is the only place that we haven't really thoroughly checked. If we highlight things, alright, there's a chest there, but we can't unlock it because we are just... we don't have any lockpicking ability. Something in this crate. Some boots. I'll take that. Something on this corpse, maybe? New Codex, The History of Soldier's Peak, Chapter 4. Quest updated as well. Yes, okay, so it did update. I don't want to read that just in case it spoils anything, but alright, the history of Soldier's Peak Chapter 4. There was one mystery, however, that persisted, and this mystery perplexed even Commander Halwick herself. When Commander Asturian went to his calling in the deep roads, he did not have in his hand his sword, Asturian's might, forged for him by dwarven smiths and presented to him upon the completion of Soldier's Peak. Nor did he pass the sword on to his successor, or to any other Grey Warden. While some maintained that Asturian had simply destroyed the sword in his dotage, others believed he had stashed it away somewhere in Soldier's Peak. One young warden claimed that Asturian had once grabbed him by the shoulders, fixed him with an unwavering gaze, and said, "The sword will remind you what it is to be a warden. Speak your oath to me when the shadows come. You must speak the words." What this was supposed to mean was never made clear. From the History of Grey Wardens in Ferelden, by Brother Genitivi, Chantry Scholar. Alright, so looking at the quest log, it now says, find Commander Asturian's secret cache. You learned about the establishment of the base and of its founder's last days. The records state that Commander Asturian may have built secrets into the base and may have hidden something important somewhere in Soldier's Peak. You found the clues, but where do they lead? Alright, so I guess that's what we have to sort out and figure out. I don't see anything that's interactable here, necessarily. I don't think there's probably going to be any new doors that we can go through. I mean, except for that, but that just leads to the same place. Okay, nothing there. Let's head back, I guess. Go back through until we see something weird. See if we can't find the sword. Although, the sword doesn't really do much for Idris, does it? Because, well, looking at the thing on his back, he doesn't use a sword. Oh, but we also have level ups. I forgot about that. Let's go ahead and do those level ups here. For Morgan, we're going to pump a bit more into magic. And let's get Flying Swarm. The shapeshifter's body explodes into a swarm of stinging insects that inflict nature damage on nearby foes, with the damage increasing based on the caster's spell power and proximity. While in this form, the caster gains Divide the Storm, and any damage the shapeshifter suffers is drawn from mana instead of health. But the caster regenerates no mana. I see, I see. That's possible. That's possibly nice. We had also been looking at expanding Morgan in the entropy tree, doing more like debuffs and stuff. Hostile targets are trapped in a waking nightmare unless they pass a mental resistance check. That could be nice. Or become the caster's ally for the duration of the effect. That would be really, really nice. Enemies that are already asleep cannot resist. That is awesome. Affliction Hex is a contagious hex. Weakness would be nice. I think let's do Walking Nightmare, though. I think that'll be beneficial. Let's go ahead and level up Sten. Strength. Well, was there something... Before I do that, was there something that he was unable to wield just yet? He needs 38 strength to wield the Blood Dragon Plate, the Juggernaut Plate armor, or, is there any weapons that he can't use? Not necessarily. So 38. I'm not going to get all of that with this level, but I would like to get him a bit more tanky. So let's get him some Constitution. Now, what do we have here? Shattering Blows gains a large damage bonus against golems and other constructs. Reducing the penalties to attack and defense for powerful swings. I do like that. Or we can't take any more warrior talents. So let's go ahead and take one of these, the two-handed strength. Play there. And get Elba leveled up. So Elba's pretty tanky as it is, but we'll get Elba up to 20 and put some more into strength, and we can't choose anything else for him there. So, that looks good. I'm waiting for Idris to be able to level up so that we can equip that nice new staff that we have. Yes. What do we have here? Levi Dryden is still here. Chest, book. We read this book already. Sophia Dryden's journal. We have not read that book yet. So that would be... Would that be under notes? Characters? Oh boy. Sophia Dryden's journal. Sophia Dryden of Ferelden's Light? No, that doesn't look like that would be from there. Books and songs? Sophia Dryden's journal. Alright, 21 Eluviesta. It is done. The nobles have thrown their lot with Arland. Arland, the snot-nosed man-child. Arland, who did not walk till he was in his 5th year. Arland, who had to be pried off his nursemaid's breast not 2 years ago. Or so it is whispered. The Terrans and the Arls believe him to be a simpleton, and easily led, but I have seen something in the boy's eye, and it terrifies me. 10 Molioris. I watched the summer day processions from a room high in Fort Dracon. The regent has me for treason, when my only guilt is of being true to my country and my heart. My guard's tongue was easily loosened with the gift of a ruby ring, and I am told that the bands are fighting against my sentence. I shall pray, but not hope that it will be anything but the gallows for me. 2 Ferventus. The draught was like bitter fire, but I survived. Weep for me, for I survived. Would that they had made a clean end for me. I should have died a lady, the greatest of the Drydens, not lived to become this nothing, this monstrous thing. 19 Matronalis. Enough. I shall waste no more time with wretched womanish lamentation. Death would have been easy, but fate saw fit to spare me, and I will seize upon this chance. The Grey Wardens are an army, and the old commander is weak, a wisp of a man. I will inspire the Wardens, and Arland will rue the day he spared my life. Select entries from the journals of Warden Commander Sophia Dryden. Alright. Well, I guess just like Idris, where Sophia took advantage of the situation that was presented to her. I mean, it honestly seems like a lot of people kind of become part of the Grey Wardens in a sort of similar manner. They're just about doomed, and then they become Grey Wardens, so interesting. Hey there, Levi.
Welcome back, Warden. As you can see, we've been busy. Cleaned the place up a bit. Even my brother Mikhail came out of hiding. Never will you find a finer smith. Also got some goods stored here that might interest you. Buy them now before my cousins move it all someplace else.
You call this cleaned up? Okay, I think we probably shouldn't have talked to him just yet, because obviously the keep is not cleaned up. And the keep does not look a lot different. So, we're going to just say take care of yourself, and we're going to pretend that this conversation didn't happen. We'll come back to him once things actually do change. How about that? I do see that this is something that it looks like we can interact with. Asturian's portrait. You found an old painting, one dating back to Commander Asturian's times. Perhaps Asturian's history points to this. Okay, let's recite the Grey Warden Oath. Ooh, and it unlocked a chest. We got loot. Very nice, very nice. Ooh, Asturian's Might. Requires 15 strength. It's a long sword, so it's not two-handed, so I don't know if we'll give that to Sten. Alistair might like that. We got a Sure Shot Bolt, which gives massive damage to Darkspawn. A Grey Warden helmet, heavy infantry helmet, shadow belt, and 1 gold, 50 silver, and 0 copper. Alright, let's take all of that. Very nice. Well, maybe that'll give... Oh, Levi's back following us? No. It just looks like he's wandering about. Alright. Sten. Can you take a new helmet? What do you have? Kunari thickened cap. 1.75 armor. How would you like one of these? Does cover his face up. Maybe that isn't so bad. No, I like seeing people's faces. Once we get into like real big fighting territory, maybe we'll put that on, but and now we can go down to the first floor. So I think that covers pretty much everything that we have there. So let's get out of here. But thankfully what getting this keep is going to do is it's going to actually give us a place that we can store things. Because I definitely used to think that you could store things at the party camp. Which makes sense, right? I feel like you should be able to do that. But you definitely cannot. Not in this game. Alright. Okay, what do we have? Nothing so far. Yeah, so I imagine the place is not going to look different until we leave and come back. So, which makes sense. Time has to pass in order to have things change. Although I don't know where Avernus goes. Or is at this point. I'm sure he'll show back up eventually. Alright, so now we need to decide where we're going to go next, don't we? I guess we could go back to the party camp and decide things. But otherwise, we need to figure out where we're going next.
Of course.
Yes, gather our party and venture forth. Alright, so we're here. Now we could just go hop over to the party camp. Because, you know, even though it looks like it's in a solid place, it looks like it's in a very specific place, I think the understanding is that it just kind of pops up when we just have it pop up wherever we need it. So, let's go back there and reconvene and sort of see what we want to do next. Okay. Back at camp. Very nice. Hey there, Elba. Low menacing growl to Sten. Yeah, Sten would growl back, wouldn't he? That adds up. What is all this racket?
I seek to understand the dog. We fight alongside each other, and I must discover the strength of his heart.
Okay. Carry on, then.
You are a true warrior, and worthy of respect.
Really? Elba, you have Sten's respect before I do? The things that I can do with magic, and you just bark at him, and you get his respect. I'll never understand this Kunari, I guess. Oh, hey, Alistair, I've got a new sword for you. Let's go ahead and give that to you while I am actively thinking about it. Split mail boots. This is better. Equip those. Ancient Elven armor. Oh, well, this is medium. He's got heavy chainmail on. Heavy metal shield versus the Harvard's Aegis. That's actually a bit better, isn't it? Yeah, it is. You have splint mail gloves, so those are going to be better. Wait, no, actually, the heavy chainmail gloves are better. So go ahead and equip those. And for the sword, Asturion's Might, you can go ahead and have that. Why not? Yeah, very nice. Antique Warden crossbow. I feel like he would be the one that should have something like that. Go ahead and have that, and then the sure shot bolt. We might still use Alistair every once in a while, even though ultimately I think he's a bit boring, but or at least Idris does. Do we have anything better for you now? Yes, leather armor. Go ahead and equip that, Liliana. Leather boots, splint mail boots. Dalish gloves. We'll keep the Dalish gloves on you. Longsword main hand. Give you a longbow? Oh, that's already equipped. Perfect. Okay. I don't think we have anything else here. Morrigan can equip the Winter's Breath, but I definitely want that for myself. Sorry, I know I'm selfish. Okay. Go ahead and drop a quick save. Hello there, Alistair.
What do you need?
Well, I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
So you said this R. Lehman raised you, then?
Oh, did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact.
You should be getting along a lot better with Elba than you do. That would explain the smell.
Well, it wasn't until I was 8 that I discovered you didn't have to lick yourself clean. Old habits die hard, you know.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Slobbering dogs, I see.
Or did I dream all of that? Funny the dreams you'll have when you sleep on a cold, hard ground, isn't it?
Are you complaining? Is this going somewhere?
You have no sense of humor, you know that. Fine, fine. Have it your way. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. R. Lehman wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
But you blamed him then, I take it.
I was young and resentful and not very pious. Of course I blamed him. I remember screaming at him like a little child. Well, I was a child, so I doubt it was surprise. R. Lehman eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
I mean, you were probably luckier than most orphans.
I suppose you're right. I wasn't raised as the Arl's son, though, if you're picturing that. I slept in hay, out in the stables, not on silk sheets. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
And you think the R will help us?
I think so, yes. This news we've heard about him being sick disturbs me, though. I wonder if we won't discover that Loghain has come to the same conclusion as we have. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Alright. Fine. Alright, Stin.
Yes.
I want to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
Okay, that's enough for
Then
now.
I suggest we move on.
Right. I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Oh gosh, actually, never mind.
Very well.
Alright, when do I get to actually say some new things
you
to
wish.
Sten? Come on. Alright, Leliana, what about you? Anything interesting to report?
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
Do you have any tales to share from your time as a traveling minstrel?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Okay, you have anything about the Darkspawn? I'd like to know more about what we're dealing with.
Chantry law says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. And their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin, and it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
Alright. Interesting. Okay, thank you. Let's just move on. And last but not least, Morgan. Let's see how she's doing.
I await your command.
So life in the wilds must have been pretty lonely.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
I mean, honestly, that sounds kind of wonderful. Being alone and not having to be around everybody and getting to kind of just choose what you want to do.
For a time, but one can only remain a child for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
What happened then?
Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
I have a hard time picturing that.
That is because I learned my lesson well. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
Fair enough. They made you stronger, didn't they?
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Interesting. Some more insights into her upbringing. Can't imagine it would have been a fun upbringing, that's for sure. Hey, Bodan.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
And Sandal. He's the most important person around here. Have you heard any rumors?
It seems that some of the bands just won't accept Tyrn Logain's orders. There's too much talk still of King Kaelin's death and questions about what happened. You'd think with the Darkspawn knocking on our doorstep, people would be more likely to stand together, wouldn't you? That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
I mean, you'd think, but never underestimate people's ability to be not very smart. Let me see your wares, Bodan.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
The discount is the more important part. Okay, so do we have stuff that we can sell? I should probably sell the split mail stuff. Let's sell the leather boots. Heavy chainmail boots. I'll compare that to Alistair. Oh. Why did I take off the heavy chainmail boots? I don't know why I did that. Interesting. You know what? That's going to be fine. Let's just go ahead and sell that. Verathorn's armor. Ancient Elven armor. Blood Dragon plate. I want to keep all that stuff. The Harvard's Aegis we don't need. Get rid of the Chantry robe. We don't want anything Chantry in this camp. No, thank you. A couple other accessories there. Is there anything else that we can sell, though? That's tier 6. We don't want to sell that. Tier 3. Daggers are kind of meh. Oathkeeper. Dharmasan tier 4. We'll keep the tier 4 stuff. That seems fine. Sell that longbow. And get rid of any of the... Do we have any other treasure here? It doesn't look like it. Fancy scroll is a gift. I don't want to sell the gifts, really. Crafting. I could use some flasks. Let's go ahead and buy some flasks. For a gold 48. That seems fine. Alright. Is there anything that Bodan would have that would be good for me? Light gloves, comparing items to Idris. Do I not have any gloves on? I guess I don't have any gloves on. Well, I don't know if I want to spend 10 gold on something. Bard's Dancing Shoes, Imperial Weavers. 10% to dodge attacks. Spirit Hands. I must not have any gloves on. That seems dumb. That seems really dumb. Why don't we have any gloves? Let's go ahead and buy the Spirit Hands then. Yeah. Buy those gloves. Very nice. Alright, what does Winter's Breath do? 6.4 damage. Plus 15% cold damage, radiates cold. Sylvan's Mercy. Yeah, so I definitely just want to wait until we get Winter's Breath. That's going to be best. Let's go ahead and compare to Morgan, though, because she might need a better staff. Her staff right now isn't the greatest. Looks like she can take Final Reason. No point in not doing that, right? Let's do that. Idris, let's get you with those Spirit Hands. And then Morgan, let's go ahead and equip Final Reason. Perfect. Alright, now we have to figure out what we're going to do next. So, if we look at our map here, the world map, let's say, you know, we're centered up here. We need to decide where we want to go next. Now, if we look at our journal, we have Soldier's Pass, where a troubled merchant awaits with a deal that may just be too good to be true. We're not going to do this one just yet. This one is the Return to Ostagar. That one's going to be a bit later. I just think thematically it works when done later in the game. Soldier's Pass is something that I will want to do relatively soon because that'll get us a new companion, and I think the companion that we get for that is pretty awesome. So we could go and do that. The next, when it comes to everything else, we have the Blight. We've got the Arl of Redcliffe, a Paragon of her kind, and Broken Circle. So that corresponds to the... oh, that's not it. Map. That corresponds to the Orzammar, which is up here. I almost said Orgrimmar. That tells you I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft lately. Orzammar. You can go to Ban Loren's lands. No, not that one. The Circle Tower for the mages, or Redcliffe. Now, since we're up here, it seems like it would make a lot more sense to to, like, go to here or go down to the Mage's Tower. I just don't know how inclined Idris would be to head back to the Circle Tower just yet. I'm almost considering just bypassing all this and going to Soldier's Pass, and then maybe going up to the Frostback Mountains from there. It's kind of what I'm considering. So let's see here, because if we go back to our journal, Broken Circle, we need to go to Lake Calenhad. What to do. Let's go ahead and go to Soldier's Pass. I think that would be best. Like to flesh out this party a little bit. We're gonna keep
Indeed.
Yes.
our normal party, I think. I mean, I should cycle in some of the others, shouldn't I? Every once in a while. I mean, this is just who we got. This is our party. Like, these are our people. Alright, let's go ahead and go this way, all the way over to Soldier's Pass. And we got an encounter. Okay. What's going on here?
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Uh-huh. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. This doesn't look good. This looks like a trap. This looks like a trap. If I've ever seen it. If I've ever seen one. But I can't, like, call them out on it? This just doesn't look good, does it? Okay. Oh. Yep, it was a trap. It was a trap. Just like I thought.
The Grey Warden dies here!
Oh boy, this isn't good. Alright, so this is a bad situation, to say the very least. That is a lot of freaking enemies. Holy cow. Let's go ahead and get Morgan to work on putting all of these ones to sleep, maybe? Let's go ahead and put that up there. What could Idris do? Maybe do one of the walking bombs here on this. That could work. Let's go ahead and get you into Indomitable. And then Elba, can you charge the mage? Let's do that. Alright, let's see how this goes.
I think need to fight short.
Not good. This is not good. Alright, we've got all of these people sleeping. This is fine. He's threatening. The mage is still alive. So let's go ahead and get you to attack that one. Shred the traveler there. Sten, I'll let you go ahead and do a pommel strike or a mighty blow there. And let's go ahead and have Morgan do that. And Idris, let's see if we can't take out a couple of these here. There we go. We got an explosion there with that. The mage, that's good. That's exactly what we wanted and I was hoping for. Alright, we're still doing pretty good, and now it looks like we're stunned. Elba has nobody to fight. I need Elba to take out that one. Go ahead and shred on Zevran there. And we're still stunned or something. We can't do anything there. So let's go ahead and mine with that, and that's those two down. We'll have Sten starting attack Zevran. Let's do we have a pommel strike available? We do have a pommel strike available. Go ahead and do that. And I still can't do anything on Idris. That is looking good. Let's go ahead and get Morgan started on these guys over here. Alright, now we're free. Now we're free. Alright, cool. Where did that one go? Did we get Zevran down? Alright, there's still some up there. This is fine. Looks like we killed that one. We now need to just start attacking that. Hey, why don't we let them take care of those archers over there, and Morgan, I'll have you go after that assassin. Let's do that, shall we?
There is no hope for you now!
Okay, nice.
It will be done.
Still looking at health bars here. So far, everybody over there is looking fine, and then we'll finish things off. Perfect. The elven assassin is wounded and unconscious, but alive. You could tie him up and talk to him if you wished. Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, what? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
Well, that could be easily rectified. I have some questions first. No use to answer questions when you're dead.
Ah, so I'm to be interrogated. Let me save you some time. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
Who hired you to kill us?
A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Logain, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
Of course. So does that mean you're loyal to him?
I have no idea what his issues are with you. The usual, I imagine. You threaten his power, yes? Beyond that, no, I am not loyal to him. I was contracted to perform a service.
And now that you failed?
Oh, well, that's between Logain and the Crows, and between the Crows and myself.
And between you and me?
Isn't that what we're establishing now?
I suppose. Why are you telling me all this?
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely.
Fair enough. You know what? I like your style. I can see that. Hey, aren't you at least loyal to your employers?
Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further.
Okay, make it quick.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the crows pause, so let me serve you instead.
Interesting. And what's to stop you from finishing the job later?
To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you.
Okay. What do you want in return?
Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair?
Huh. You know? I think that's kind of dumb. Obviously, like, having a trained assassin would be pretty useful, and it means we don't have to take the cheery, like, bright and cheery Liliana around if we want to have a rogue, so, I think Idris sees the benefit. Alright, very well, I accept your offer.
A fine plan. But I would examine your food and drink far more closely from now on, were I you.
That's excellent advice for anyone. I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.